Wait, should we just...
Yeah, we're good, so go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, so just... Here, you wanna...
Yeah, quick recap.
So far you've missed...
2, 3, 4,
we have
7.
Arya down on the ground. She's gonna show off some of the cards. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to read them.
But we're gonna read them
We're
off
gonna
for
be
you.
able to show you the pictures. And from this point on, we're going to... No, literally 0.
I know, 0-0, but sometimes the PS4 streaming...
Oh, it lags behind?
Very much so.
Oh, good to know. Alright,
Because there's
so
still Gamers
go
Zone
ahead.
0 in here that's being able to comment.
Oh, fair enough.
Alright, well,
Alright, go for it.
here we go. So far we have gone over Acrobatic Maneuver.
This is your 3-drop blink for white. Instant speed, draw a card after blinking.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That. Oops. Then we had a Hijack. It's a sorcery card for 1 and 2 fire, I believe?
2 red, yeah.
2 red. Gain control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn.
So a nice,
kinda
nice
looks like
seal
that.
spell, good for sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Constructed, it worked out nice.
Okay. There's that.
There we go. See, now people are starting to come back and...
There's
it's working.
actually a black card. He's a rare. You pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. He gets +1/+1 and indestructible to end the turn. So I used Hijack to steal the. I stole his Titan, his gear golem.
Was it the... Oh, what was it called?
The Traverser. Something Traverser. If we pull him, we'll show him then, but go ahead.
Third up was the Nimble Innovator, which was a 3-in-1 water. Blue.
3 and 1. 3.
I'll get the colors
it's
right.
2 in the blue, isn't it?
2? No, it's just 3. It's 3 in a blue.
There you go.
When Nimble Innovator enters the field, draw a card.
Yep.
Then we have 4 and a white. See, I'll get colors eventually. It's a bird. It's a creature. Flying.
For 5, it's a 4/5.
3/4.
3/4.
3/4.
Maybe better if it's a 5.
A little bit more?
Why?
That's where you want to have it.
Okay.
That way they can actually see the toughness.
The whole thing.
Well, to be
if
fair-
they can.
To be
see
fair,
it.
we already went through these cards.
Yeah, this
We're
is just a
showing
recap.
them off.
Okay, now we have a Wily Bandar, which is a cat monkey creature. For 1 green, Wily Bandar gains 2 for 2 and a green. Wily Bandar gains indestructible until end of turn. Damage
It's a
and
1/1
effects.
for 1 green, and he becomes indestructible until end of turn.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, but a 3-drop indestructible gets kind of ridiculous.
Then we have
Now we are back,
Pro-
and we fix things.
Prakhata Club Security creature, Aetherborn Warrior.
He's what?
It's a
3
and a black. Yeah, 3 black. 3 and a black.
3 and a black for I think
3/4
it's a
vanilla
3/4.
creature.
Yeah.
I mean a bit pricey for a 3/4.
It's not bad. I mean, he did well in limited, but I don't see that playing standard anytime soon.
Okay. Up next
This
we have-
bird, however,
Yeah, this bird is pretty cool.
This bird, though.
It's a
This
Dakara.
bird.
it's a 4-drop Dakara P something. I think. Picard.
Go ahead,
How
show.
about I look at the card and reread it since you're way over there? Yeah, it is a 4-drop, colorless, I guess. Dakara Peafowl gains flying until end of turn. It is a 2/4.
But we'd be showing Yu-Gi-Oh if they hadn't killed the game like 3 years ago.
Oh my god. Hey, let's come up with 3 more ways to combine them. No thanks. I'm
Okay.
good.
Then we have a Torch Gauntlet artifact equipment. Equips creature, gets 2/0. There's a lot of
And
other
it equips
stuff.
for 2.
And equips for 2. And it's it's a 2.
Well, pretty much, I'll read through the card, and I need you to show it off.
Yes, that was just a recap of what we had before.
Yeah. Alright, so, next up is, and this was an all-star for my game, he's a 2, for 2 and a black, it's a 2/1 flyer, it's called Foundry Screecher, I can speak, and here's the cool thing, as long as you control an artifact, it's +1/+0. So this little bat will get you there, because you are guaranteed to be sitting on an artifact, and for a 3-drop, you're essentially walking with a 3/1 flyer. Most of the time, you're not going to have much resistance in the way of flyers. So, I mean, it's an early play.
But
That's
that
pretty
bird
good.
was so strong.
So good.
Just tap 1 blue. You're doing a mono blue. Tap 1. You get flying for a 2/4.
All right, so this one I actually never saw anybody play. It's the Prakata Pillar Bug. It's a little bug. It's a 3-drop for a 2/3, and if you put an X into, if you pay black, it gains lifelink until end of turn. So a little out of flavor for black. We are doing the unboxing is just cracked packs. So this is cards that will not be out for another 2 weeks.
So all this art, these cards, explanations of energy, vehicles, stuff like that you won't be able to get for the next 2 weeks.
We're going to be doing here today.
If
They
that-
just went to a pre-release over the weekend that happened. So
Yeah, I
well,
went
you
yesterday.
yesterday,
She
she
went both
today,
today
and yesterday.
Yep. Dude, it worked out so well. 4-0.
And you pulled a Lotus.
I did. All right, so
Lotus Leaf.
Lotus Petal.
Petal, excuse me.
So next up is Essence Extraction for 1 and double black. It's an instant card. Deal 3 damage to a target creature and gain 3 life. This is awesome. It's really good to pick off in limited. Unfortunately, again, I don't really see this one hitting standard, but and it's definitely too slow for modern. But I know at least one person who's going to be playing it in Commander. I mean, for 3 mana, you're almost guaranteeing knocking something out, and you gain 3 life for it. It'll see something. All right, moving right along, we're going to the Contraband Kingpin for a blue and a black, or Demir. It's a 1/4 with lifelink. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. Now, what scry means is you're going to look at the top card of your deck. If you like it, you can put it at the bottom.
Or if you like it, you can keep it there. If not, put it to the bottom.
That's it. So that is what that bad boy looks like.
Huh. That is cool.
Not a black Lotus, a dark Lotus. Whoop whoop.
No, I'm actually good on Black Lotus. Thank you, though. Alright, next up, we're going with the Speedway Fanatic. 1 in a red, it's a 2/1 with haste. Whenever he crews a vehicle, that vehicle gains haste until end of turn. Now, this actually, it's a good quick drop. Turn 2, or if you have a speed play, turn 1, you're going to drop it, you're going to get in for 2. And then, as soon as you start dropping vehicles, for all the vehicles that come out, you have to tap down a creature whose power equal to the crew cost. So if he's doing it, typically vehicles cannot attack the turn they were played.
They cannot actually. They still have summoning sickness.
Yes. With him, they would not.
Now, a good thing is, with the vehicles, if you have your vehicle out to the side,
That
they're
is
pretty
great.
much just an artifact until you
I love
actually
the art of this card.
set them into. So you could, in theory, have your vehicle already out ready to go. And as soon as... Oh, god damn it.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh man. So as soon as you get your vehicle out, you have it out, it can't attack because it's just an artifact. It's not crewed, not ready to go. You set out a creature, it has summoning sickness, but you can still tap it to crew and instantly attack with that creature that turn.
Yep.
So even if you have a little 1/1, that is not Pokemon. We are doing Magic the
Oh
Gathering.
yeah, it totally is Pokemon Tournament.
Oh yeah.
That's why you see all the magic cards.
Yeah. Don't you remember the
Most
Speedway
intense.
Fanatic?
Oh yeah. Most intense Pokemon ever. 10
Okay,
out of
so-
10 would use Great Ball.
So a fun thing is, alright, so I got my 4/4, and I've got something, it's crew 4, but it hits for 7/7.
It would
A
hit
Discovery
7.
Scientist explaining aliens.
Whoa.
This shit, exactly. So you got your little 4/4, but you got a vehicle that hits for 7/7. Well, you have summoning sickness. Fuck you. No, it doesn't. 7/7 with flying, no less. Hey, guess what? You're fucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
You
All right,
probably
so
forgot to
now,
Killed me twice.
now we're actually on to the rare of the pack. Now, this guy, a lot of people did not think much of at first until you play him, because he is effing redonkulous. He gets in way too hard. It is the Multiform Wonder. It's a 5-drop for a 3/3. When he enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy counters. You can pay 1 energy and he gets your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. That's kind of broken. Or you could pay 1 and he gets +2, -2, or -2, +2. So you can make him an infinite blocker. You can get him overhead for a ton of damage. He is really stupid.
He kind of looks like Iron Man with
I
a
know.
spidery body.
No, your energy
Spider-Man?
counter
A
is something
spidery Iron Man.
separate to everything else. So if you're working off
The Iron Spider, if you
The
will.
Iron Spider, indeed.
so if you're working on, god damn it.
I'm cool with calling him the Iron Spider.
So
You want to call him Obelisk the Tormentor? I mean, you're special, but sure, go for it. I mean,
multiform wonder.
So the thing is, with all of your energy, if you're working off of your dice, the wizard card weaken all of them. Your energy counter is going to be its own little D20, whatever. You have your little pen.
I saw people
notepad.
bringing Pokemon cards, so I mean, it could be anything you want. Energy is a new setup for Kaladesh, where there are cards that bring in energy. It's like another consumable resource,
Other than
but it doesn't. Other than mana, and it doesn't tap out. So
It's kind of like the loyalty of a planeswalker. Just your creatures can generate it, your creatures can use it. So this creature comes out 3 energy. Alright, I have 3 energy. I can use 1 energy immediately. Now he has +2, -2. Or
There's-
They don't go
+2, 0.
anywhere per turn or
No.
anything.
Nope, they hold.
And in fact,
So-
some actually generate energy per upkeep. I lost a match because I didn't read the fucking card and realized that this card generated 4 energy per upkeep.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so
RTFC.
we're gonna just show off those really quick. There's nothing to say. It's just a swamp and a Thopter token, so you guys can get a look at that.
That token is cool.
Yep.
Thopters
I
fucking
personally,
everywhere.
I love Thopters, so it's kind of cool to have them back.
It's a mechanical dragonfly squid
The creature can only evolve within your mind.
Seriously, stop screwing around with the Nerf gun. Yeah, you laugh and then it breaks and then I kick your ass. Alright, so we're cracking open the Kaladesh pre-release. So typically when you get in there, you're gonna crack it open. And everyone and their mother was screwing around with this. It literally is just push down and pull open. There you go.
Kinda
Get
nice to be.
a countdown D20. Once again, I got white. Nice catch.
Not at all.
Show the camera.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out, like, why is there a Nick next to the 9? Oh, duh, because 6s and 9. Well, here's a
we got
die.
Trolls in this room.
Oh no, trolls on the
Say it isn't
internet?
so.
Say it ain't so.
Would you like my special backwards die? Because all the numbers. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so,
MySpace.
aside from the
really,
die-
bitch? MySpace?
guys, seriously. Aside from the die, you get 6 booster packs to make your deck from.
Whoa.
You get 1 promo card, which is dated for the weekend. And for Kaladesh, they made a little joke thing where you get to actually make one of the Thopters.
Ah.
It is a little cardboard, break it out, and make the dude.
Wait,
kinda
so it's like a
cool.
little, like,
It's a little standard-
3D thing.
yeah.
It's cool.
It's derpy, but it's
What do you
kinda
mean a
fun.
joke? That thing's awesome. I would have that as my token. I put my thought
Oh,
here.
this is awesome. Okay, so as some of you might know, I'm actually really excited for the dwarves being back. I made a dwarf EDH deck. I just actually pulled a timestamp dwarf.
Ooh.
This one is the Master Trinketer for 2 and a white. It's a 3/2 dwarf artificer. Servos and Thopters you control get +1/+1. You can pay 3 and a white and create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. So go ahead and show him off.
That is neat. With its creepy Pinocchio-looking beastie he's working on there.
Yep.
There you go.
Alright, so that's pretty cool. I did not expect to actually pull that, and it's a rare dwarf, so yeah, go me. You're in the bar drinking! You can't fight the ogre. Alright, so let's crack this next pack. Alright, the Thriving Ibex is our next one. It's a goat. Just straight up a goat. It's a 3-1 for a 2-4. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, you can burn 2 energy and put a +1/+1 counter on it. So not +1/+1 until end of turn, but this is +1/+1 that'll stick with it.
It's the goat. I got one of these in my pack. I know goat. Do. Goat to you.
Sadly, like, that was actually surprisingly effective. I mean, just getting the energy there is helpful. Alright, next up, very simple. 1 drop for an instant called Select for Inspection. Return target tapped creature to its owner's hand, scry 1. So this is like the boomerang of old, except it has to be a tapped creature, and then you get to scry. So that kind of works out.
Is that the name of an actual card, the boomerang of old? Or
No,
is it
well,
like-
it's just boomerang.
Okay, the boomerang of old.
So you can show it off.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, for 1 mana, you're getting to scry, which is worth it. But getting to bounce something too, it's pretty sweet. Alright. Next up is the Crowd Prowler. 4 and 2 green. It's a 6/6 vanilla worm.
So we're
No abilities, no fancy things, but
other than being creepy.
6 for 6. It's worth it.
Other than being creepy.
Yes, it's exactly like Yu-Gi-Oh! Except 10 years older and a much better game.
And not dead.
Not dead. Don't get me wrong, I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day, and I tried to get back into it, but they ruined it. They really did. Alright, next up is a black card called Live Fast. It's 2 and a black. It's a sorcery speed. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life and get 2 energy. This is a phenomenal card. So, 3 life, for 3 mana, you're drawing 2 cards. That's already worthwhile. You have to lose 2 life. Oh well. And you get 2 energy. Energy is unbelievably helpful and useful in this set, especially in Limited.
Oh, that's neat. So, energy, like representation tokens, like they don't have tokens for it just yet? Because I heard you say something about somebody using Pokemon cards to represent their energy for a little while.
Show you some tits. Why, is your mirror broken? You could go check out your own.
Dang.
I bet they're pretty lovely. Alright, next up is Tidy Conclusion. For 3 and double black, it's an instant. Destroy target creature. You gain 1 life for each artifact you control. This saved my ass. Because I popped their 8/8 dude, and then I had 6 artifacts out. I gained 6 life. It actually won me the game. So, I mean, it's a nice flash in there and get it done.
And here's the card.
What do I know of Andromon?
It's kind of hard to see the dude there, but there you go.
The big guy? Last I checked, I'm still a chick, but you have fun with that. Alright, next up is Inventor's Goggles. It's a 1 drop. It gives, it equips for 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Whenever an Artificer comes into the battlefield under your control, you may attach the Inventor's Goggles onto it. So there are a lot of Artificers on there. So you're going to be dropping them. Being able to switch over to it for free and only having to do it when you want is pretty cool.
By the way, someone asked what you got when you won. Like if you...
Oh,
like,
when I
didn't you-
won, I wound up with 4 wins, took first. I wound up with an additional 5 packs. Don't put me... You aren't prepared for my sickest fantasies. Hell, the internet is not prepared for my sickest fantasies. I'll make 4chan cringe. Alright,
Now, don't scare our viewers.
next up is Giant Spectacle. It's 1 and a red. Enchantment Aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+1 and has menace. Now, what the menace mechanic is you can't, that creature cannot be blocked except by 2 or more creatures.
You look so happy. Big on.
Alright. Next up is Impeccable Timing. It's a 1 and a white for an instant. Deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So, nice combat trick. If you have something coming in, you can just pop it off the floor.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
That little lion dude there.
Not bad. Also good if you swung in, they blocked, and they used their big beefy tank. That'll finish off the job. Alright, next up is Consulate Skygate. 2-drop for an artifact creature wall. It's a 0/4 defender with reach. So if you want to just drop it down and stall the hell out of this, it's pretty good. You'll stop the Thopters, will stop the small flyers. Definitely worthwhile.
So, flying defense.
Flying and ground. 0/4, I mean, it's not going to kill anything, but it'll definitely stall them out.
It's good to have on your second turn.
Alright, next up is the Curio Vendor. For 1 and a blue, it's a 2/1 vanilla creature.
Ah! Okay. I will figure out placement.
Last I checked, Mike, yeah, I am.
There you go.
Hazardous Conditions is up next. It's 2, a green and a black for sorcery speed. Creatures with no counters on them get -2/-2 until end of turn. So if you're doing a lot of stuff on your side of the board with counters, or you just really don't have much on your side of the field, this will wipe out a good portion of the field. It's not bad. Sorcery speed, a little slow, really.
Oh,
So
this
dark.
chat.
Yeah, we get the smart part of the internet tonight.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
actually, the plushies in the back are all of the whelplings from World of Warcraft, actually.
Yep. There's a lot more behind them, unfortunately. Alright, next up is the Fretwork Colony. It's for 1 and a black. It's a 1/1 insect. It cannot block. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then you lose a life. So, I don't personally like it. I saw somebody use it to some pretty good effect. But, personally, not my style.
Ugh. Yeah, that's definitely on the creepy side.
I mean, you get it in there early enough, it'll get there in damage. It will, but
I
you
mean,
ain't
if you
blocking
can't see.
anything.
That appears to be bugs crawling all over a person and probably eating on them because it sacrifices a life, you said?
Yep.
There we go.
Alright. That was our first uncommon, so we're gonna move. Oh, no, it was our second uncommon, wasn't it? Yep. Alright, our next uncommon is Elegant Edgecrafters. For 4 and 2 green, it's an elf artificer. 3/4 cannot be blocked by creatures' power of 2 or less, and it has Fabricate 2, Fabricate mechanic. You can choose to either put out servos, these little robots, equal to their Fabricate, or you can do +1/+1 counters on top of it. So she can either be a 5/6, or she can come out with 2 little servos.
Huh. I really wish I could put some kind of lighting on the cards that wasn't
I'll
going to
just say
blank out
we're
the
in
text.
Texas.
Yeah. We entered in the pre-release tournaments. I cleared both and won an extra box. So, fun times. Alright, for our rare for this pack is Faithful Showdown. And
No
this
hotel.
card, oh my god.
No, they're having.
This card had so many people busting out with the final countdown song. Oh, see? All I did was mention
Can't do that. It's YouTube.
Oh,
You
yeah,
might
I
be
know.
Copyright striked.
2 and 2 red for an instant.
Words?
Fateful Showdown deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Then discard all the cards in your hand, and then draw that many cards.
So complete.
Yeah, it's, there's a card called, Wheel of Fortune, or, don't remember the other one. But you pitch your hand, and you draw that many cards. This is kind of like that. except it's also going to burn out whatever your opponent has on the field. So, I mean, I can definitely see some uses for it.
So, like, mini nuke?
Yeah, kind of.
It's like,
you
I have nothing.
You have 7 cards not that useful in your hand. You can hit something for 7, then pitch the useless cards and get 7 more. Alright, junk. And a forest was our land for the thing.
Not a token.
No, that's one of those advertising cards where they tell you about the pack that's out, tell you to check out Magic the Gathering online.
Don't.
What?
You looked at the chat and.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that it is rather dangerous to look at the chat, but...
Oh, you have no.
We pulled
There's
the
some-
special kind of special tonight.
Some
noticed.
thirsty motherfuckers up in this chat.
Oh,
Like, how long has it been since you got your dick wet? Because I'm starting to think you've never gotten it
hey,
wet.
that's cool for your channel, not for mine. But to be fair, they are drier than the Sahara, so I can believe the thirst.
I mean, there's kind of nothing for them here, but okay.
Alright, so first up is Revolutionary Rebuff for 1 and a blue. It counter-target non-artifact spell unless its controller pays 2. It's an instant. I believe you played this, right? How did that work out for you?
I never drew it.
Well, we'll find out next time.
Yeah, it's like, how about this play for you? Did play it. There
You're
we go.
rocking high waters?
My leather shoes.
Those
sure.
are high waters?
I
Okay.
do. Our little pile's getting all askew.
A little odd is a
No, we're gonna-
little bit of an understatement.
Okay.
Alright, next up is Thriving Grubs for 1 and a red. It is a gremlin. It's a 2-1. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 of those wonderful energies again. Whenever he attacks, you can pay 2 of those energies, and he gets a +1/+1 counter. Now, I really like the dwarves coming back.
They're cute.
Having the little gremlins come back was a little odd. And yes, Miss Root, it's quite odd, but it's also late at night and we draw the special parts of the internet on this time. But it's always best to just be nice to them and don't worry, their parents will find out they're awake soon enough.
Those little dudes are cute.
Right? I don't see, you think they're cute. I have a full art I can show you later. I don't really think they're that cute.
Oh, well, there's more to them than we can see here?
We'll probably pull another gremlin. We'll look at it then.
Okay.
Alright, next up is Inspired Charge for 2 and 2 white. Instant speed. Creatures you control get +2/+1. This is another one of those combat tricks. It can get you to the red zone. It can stop some crazy blocks.
Aladdin in his later years. Or is that just me?
That's horrible.
I did! I didn't say it was bad. He's just older and a little broader, but not like
Oh,
horribly.
he ate well at the Sultan's house.
Yeah, and his house, I mean his
Oh,
palace.
it's his palace now. Alright, so next up is Aether Trade Winds for 2 and a blue. Instant, return target permanent you control and target permanent you don't control to their owner's hands. Now, this actually could be really useful if you played something that gave you energy, that's taken a beating, or has some nasty debuffs on it.
Mhm.
This will pop it back to your hand.
And then it resets if you can resummon it.
Exactly. Also, the art's pretty nice.
That's cool. Looks like a sheep. Doo-doo.
What demonic sign?
Chat is fine spectators that are odd.
Here.
Yeah, pretty much.
There we go. Sorry, Max. Here. I mean, we can't really read the card.
Yeah, it's kind of
Really blurry. Well, reversing isn't the issue. I mean, you can read. You can read it reversed. It is trying to decipher the blur.
No, it's good. Let's move on to the
Okay.
next one.
Yep.
High Spire Artisan is up next. 2 and a green for 0/3 Elf Artificer. It has Reach and Fabricate 1, so you could make this a 1/4 if you really want, or you can poop out a little servo. But it can block the little 1/1s that are flying overhead.
Oh, that's cool. It's a little elf artificer.
Mhm. Alright, we're going to go next is Ambitious Aetherborn. For 4 and a black, it's a 4-3 with Fabricate 1. I'm not huge on these big guys coming out because you're dropping 5 mana for a 4-3 that can maybe be a 5-4. But then again, it's kicked my ass before, so I really can't complain about them. It does have a lot of reach.
I wonder if I can get any closer.
Zombie. Who's screwing their cousins? Just look in chat, champ. There's a lot of special people. Special kind of special. Sure. Next up is the Die Hund Operative. It's 1 and a black for a 2/2 human rogue. As long as you control an artifact, it gets +1/+0 in Death Touch. I love this freaking card because you are guaranteed to have an artifact, which means this is guaranteed to be sitting there as a 3/2 with Death Touch. And they are a little more cautious to swing in when you know for a fact that you're going to stomp on whatever they bring.
It's really hard to see, but it's a person kind of hiding behind a pillar.
Thank you, Liquid. Alright, next up is the Naran Cobra. For a 2-drop for a 2/1. For 1 green, it gains Death Touch.
Yes. Kaladesh is new.
Kaladesh will be out in 2 weeks, actually.
That's
So it's new in the sense that it's not out yet.
It's very new. So new, not even here yet.
Favorite game? Like video game or game in general? I'm really big into World of Warcraft and, I don't know, handful of fighters.
Also, 2 of us are really big into Final Fantasy XIV at the moment.
There you go. We all play Magic the Gathering and some crazy other stuff. Alright, next up is Propeller Pioneer for 3 and a white, Human Artificer. It's a 2/1 with Flying and Fabricate 1. I would almost always give it the +1/+1 to have it swing in. WWE, I watched that when I was young and it was WWF. Witcher 3, unpopular, but I've never played any of the Witcher games. Like, I bet it's good. I've seen them. What cards are the SE?
What cards are these?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. These are cards from Kaladesh. I went to the pre-release tournaments, and I actually pulled out first place. So, go me. I wound up with some extra cards, and I figured I'd do a stream. Alright, so next up is Workshop Assistant. For 3, it's a 1/2. When it dies, return another artifact from your graveyard to your hand. So, you just throw it out there, and it's a nice sacrificial pawn. I was using it to pitch to get +1/+1 counters on my other dudes. What's up? Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I did not think I was going to pull it off, but I went 4-0. I wound up going to time on one of the matches, and that actually got me a win. Not my favorite way to win, but the guy even said had it gone full, I would have probably beat him. Best anime ever? I like One Piece, but I got really into One Punch Man for a while. It's still my wake-up alarm. Alright, okay, sure. Alright, next up is, it's the Essence Extraction again, the deal 3, gain 3. So we'll skip that one. Sequestered Stash is going to be our first uncommon. It taps for, it's a land. It taps for a colorless or a waste. Pay 4 and tap it. Sacrifice it. Put the top 5 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you can pick an artifact from them and put it onto the top of your library.
So they're actual colorless lands.
Yeah, it's tapping for colorless.
Okay.
See, I don't... If you're playing a dredge deck or something that plays heavy through your graveyard, that's great. I don't like that kind of card in Limited.
I wish we could play live. We don't exactly have the setup yet to do so. It is a plan that we have.
Mm-hmm.
As well as from the card shop that we go to, they do a lot of Pathfinder. There was an idea to try to get
A live stream.
for Pathfinder for each night, but we weren't able to get everything actually going for it because of the constraints of technology.
I do...
Well, if we could ever get this camera like a top view,
Oh,
we
definitely.
could totally have a...
Okay, I'll do exhibition games and stuff. I'm doing... this stream is actually going to show up on YouTube after, so all of your fine comments will get to be up there for the glory of the YouTube publics to see.
I'm actually thinking about 15. I don't know if I'm going to buy it immediately, but I'm definitely interested in
I
playing
did
it.
the demo, I'm buying it.
Yeah?
Then we're
Yeah.
going to have it.
Oh, there you go.
I'm buying it.
Well, somebody in the house will have it. We'll all probably play it.
At some
turn.
point, yeah.
Alright, next up is the Aether Meltdown. For 1 and a blue, it is a flash aura. Enchant creature or vehicle. Now this is really big because typically you can't touch the vehicles unless they're manned by a crew.
No RC vehicles here.
Nope. When Aether Meltdown enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Enchanted permanent gets -4, -0. So this is going to shut down some of those big vehicles that completely run over people. So,
as vehicles do.
as
They're big.
vehicles do. But it also is going to hit up those creatures that get a little too ridiculous too quick.
That's pretty cool. I really like the art
I
style
have
of
both.
this.
I have a playset of French revised lightning bolts in my binder, and balanced. Yeah, I have like 2 sitting on, but I don't have a deck for them. You want to get you a magic missile. Well, you can't fire magic missiles into the darkness. Thoughtseize is pretty good. Anyone got Mewtwo? Keep watching. Niantic will get you a Mewtwo eventually. Alright, so our second pack, we're pulling a Mythic. Go team. This is the Combustible Gear Hulk. These are, last I checked, they're $15. For 4 and 2 red, it's a 6/6 with first strike. As it enters the battlefield, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then it deals damage to the player equal to the converted mana cost of all 3 cards. So, yeah, that's either going to let me draw 3 or it's going to hurt something fierce.
That kind of looks like the final boss in a dungeon.
A little bit.
Like, hi guys, I'm gonna wreck your face.
Digimon was pretty cool. I'm still salty about Digimon because my favorite character got killed off in the 2nd season, which was Wizardmon, and no one seems to care about Wizardmon. He was kind of freaking awesome.
That and Digimon Try is going to cause me insanity with them releasing only 3 episodes every 12 months.
Oh, that thing that's like them all grown up? There's got a mountain.
You got a mountain.
And a servo? It's the token? What is this?
That's a servo. It's dope.
It is okay. That looks neat.
So that finishes that pack. 4 to go.
So each pack is a...
Is it a blanket?
It is a
no,
skirt.
it's a skirt. Surprise! I'm a check. You know, that weird thing that you guys see very little of. What? It's the internet.
It is the internet. But not everyone is being trolly. There are some nice people in here. Thank you. Okay. Should I not turn around now? Is that what's going on?
Next up is Built to Smash for 1 red. Target artifact. What? Nah. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. If it's an artifact, it also gains trample. So if you have some little artifact dudes, even a servo or a thopter, this is going to give it, it's going to boost to at least a +4/4 and trample. This is getting in. This is doing some heavy damage. And for 1 red, what?
Sounds just a
It will be released in about 2 weeks.
Yep.
The Kaladesh set.
I think we should definitely show off the box again once we're
Oh, yeah, sure.
wrapping up. There it is.
There it is.
Well, there's a sleeve for it.
It's the sleeve.
I don't know if I can get the glare to stop. That says Kaladesh, I promise.
And that is the box that holds it.
The clockwork looking box.
Thank you, Rue. Alright, so next up is the all-star for my deck yesterday. Fragmentize. It is a 1-drop. It's 1 white. Sorcery speed. Destroy target enchantment or artifact with converted mana cost 4 or less. This devastates in sealed. I honestly say, I want to say this is going to be sideboarded for most likely modern. Like, I'm probably going to sideboard this for something. Because destroy artifact or enchantment for 1 white mana, it's worthwhile.
Especially if, you know, artifact creatures are considered artifacts when not in use.
Does that mean you can squish a creature with this thing? Or make it
If it's
break
an
apart?
If it's an artifact creature, yeah.
So
Alright.
let's say that that's an instant. Not a
No,
sorcery.
it's a sorcery speed.
Okay.
If it was instant, that would be broken. That would see legacy play.
Oh, I see your artifact bird. You just tapped it for flying. Well, I'm gonna tap 1 white, and now you don't have that bird.
That
See,
bird
you're
just
aiming
fell
for
to
that
pieces.
bird. Like, you don't understand. People will combo into Blightsteel or the
Get rid of those
Colossus or
greaves.
something like that, and you just for 1 mana go, yeah, no, we're good. Alright, next up is Weldfast Wingsmith. For a 3 and a blue, it's a 3/3. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, it gains flying until end of turn. So you kind of got a little bit of an Icarus kind of feel there.
That's cool. Doo-doo. We can see him at all. There we go.
Can you pay your gas bill with those cards? One of the cards I pulled today is $180.
That was one of them.
One of the cards I pulled yesterday was $85. I sold it to pay for my draft, and it actually paid my phone bill too. I got...
Oh yeah, Torchwick's up here.
Oh yeah, Torchwick. You can see Torchwick? Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's an entire section of my room dedicated to Pokemon stuff, but they're all kind of up there. Yeah, Urza Saga was a lot of fun, and oh man, Onslaught. I'm still trying to get my hands on an Onslaught Fat Pack. It's the only Fat Pack in the history of Magic I've failed to get. And that's back when those Fat Packs used to come with books. Like the novels for the series, they came with the Fat Packs.
Depends on how much gas.
Are you really a girl? My vagina and breasts say yes. So, yeah, let's go with yeah. Because the gas bill is like $300. Okay,
That was just one
find
card.
another way to gas your house? Like, seriously? Terra, Arya, and this is Frost.
Kitsu Hard on YouTube.
Yep. Alright, next up is Demolish. 3 and a red for Sorcery
Introduced in the
Speed.
very beginning.
Destroy target artifact or land. So this is actually a reprint from a couple sets.
Is that another goblin? Not a goblin. What is
Yeah, I think. No, that's a gremlin.
Gremlin? That's what you were looking at earlier. Still think they're cute.
To each their own. Alright, next up is Subtle Strike. This one's actually pretty cool too. 1 and a black, instant speed. Choose one or both. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, or put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. So typically what you're going to want to do is pop one of their dudes and then buff one of yours. But if... I don't really see the point in doing just one.
One or both.
You see that, Ross? They like you.
If you can't see, it looks like she's stealing someone's sword from the roof? Like, how is she? Is she, like, in a mid-flip? Or... Oh, she's hanging down.
Yeah,
she's hanging down off
She's
the
all
thing.
pro. She's Mission Impossible at.
Try my best not to hum the theme song.
There you go. Alright, next up is Kujar, Seed Sculptor for 1 and a green. Elf Druid 1/2. When it comes to the battlefield, put +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It's not bad. It's really not bad. I mean, it's gonna buff something else you got. I don't know. I'm not huge with it, mainly because that's it. It's got one use. Next up is the Gilt Sleeve Artisan Dwarf Artificer. It's for 2 and a white, 2/2 with Fabricate 1. So not bad, not bad at all.
That's cool.
It can become a 3/3, or you can get a little servo. Next up is Eager Construct for 2 mana. It's a 2/2. When Eager Construct enters the battlefield, each player may scry 1. So it's a 2-drop 2/2, which is good. But giving your opponent a chance to scry as well, it's kind of risky. Your favorite bird is back,
Hey.
the peacock.
Yay.
Actually, show them the peacock. I mean, we talked about it before, but the stream was down when the peacock showed up.
Yep. I like it. It's cool. We had another card that was a duplicate. I know we didn't show it because duplicate, but eh.
Yeah. Okay, I like this card a lot. This is the Metal Spinners Puzzle Knot. Now, there's puzzle knots for every single color.
Mm-hmm.
This is blacks. For 2 mana, it comes to the battlefield. When it enters, you draw a card and lose a life. In Limited, draw is amazing. Draw is absolutely phenomenal. You lose a life. Oh, wow. And then you could pay 2 and a black and sacrifice it. You draw another card and lose another life. So it's 2 life, 2 draw.
And hope you get something good in those 2 draws, right?
It's gotten me wins before, so I mean, it helps. So we talked about this card earlier, and we were really hoping to pull it, and we did. Solid. Filigree Familiar. It's a 3-drop artifact creature fox. It's a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, gain 2 life. When it dies, draw a card. So it is a little
Aww.
clockwork fox.
It's adorable.
So the funny thing is, it's not a top tier card or anything, but people were buying it like crazy. Somebody paid someone $5 for that card. And I'm sitting there like, it's an uncommon, guys. Chill.
I would love to have a few of these in my deck. It's colorless too. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it could go in anything. It's 2 life. Alright, next up is the Snare Thopter. 4-drop Flying Haste Thopter, and it's a 3/2. This is devastating in Standard. Because it is going to get in there, and the turn it is dropped, it's getting in there.
It kind of looks like it has a little bomb that it's going to drop on things, even though it says nothing about it, but that's what it looks
It
like.
could be. Alright, next up is Malfister Doorbuster. For 3 and a red, it is a human warrior 4/2. Enters the battlefield, 2 energy. When it attacks, you can pay 1 energy. If you do, target creature can't block.
Uh-oh.
So this is going to shut down some of those walls and other fun stuff that would sit down.
Like that thing that we had earlier, that wall that guards against flying in ground. So we got...
Daniel, if you know where to buy it, yeah, actually.
There we go.
Alright, our rare for this this one is Cultivator of Blades. For 3 and 2 green, it's a 1/1 with Fabricate 2. Whenever it attacks, you may have other attacking creatures gain +X until end of turn, where X is Cultivator of Blades power.
Uh-oh. The thing's trying to shut off.
Why?
Because...
Hasn't been touched in
Wait, where's the
roughly an hour.
controller? Wiggle the controller.
There we go, I think. Alright, so, on that unfortunate note, I believe our PS4 is trying to call it quits. So, this might be the last pack we do, guys. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Oh, actually, let's show them the Cultivator Blades, the Swamp, and the Servo.
Okay. So, Cultivator Blades. If I can... Wow, okay, I cannot hold the card that way.
I'm sorry about
There
that,
we go.
Rude. I kind of blanked on her. But, there you have it.
And the Swamp. Ah, nope. I already said I can't hold it that way. There we go. You still can't see anything, but okay. And Servo Token.
Alright. Well, that is it for tonight's stream. It has been wonderful to see you all. Hey, thank you guys for coming out. We had a lot of fun doing this. I'm going to be doing more Crack-A-Packs. I'm actually picking up an entire box when Kaladesh drops from some of the winnings I turned in. So we're going to be doing, we might do some Pack Wars, more Crack-A-Packs. If there's other stuff you guys want to see us do, please just let us know. We'd be happy to take some suggestions. Show feet?
Apparently they want to see your feet.
I can see my feet. That was fun. Thanks. So now that I've seen my feet, I think that's where we call the stream to an end. It's been a pleasure, guys. Remember to check us out on YouTube. There's plenty of more unboxings. Actually, pull that right there.
Which one?
The
Venusaur?
right there. Big box.
Oh.
You said, you didn't say box. You said,
Here's a Venusaur.
yeah.
So
but-
this is the next unboxing we're gonna do.
Shine.
It is
There we
the Venusaur EX Pokemon. So that is up next. It's gonna be probably midweek. I think we all have a pretty packed week this week, so it might be a few days, but still do weekly broadcasts, live streams, and fun stuff like that. Alright guys, it's been a pleasure. Catch you later. Bye! And now it's not closing. I did just. Oh, there it goes.
go.
Boop, boop.